We're focusing on education now. We're joined this morning by Mr. Oladotun Mabinuri, who is an economic analyst. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, interestingly, that happens to be one of several factors or several areas that also concern developing the education sector. You're involved in this sector. You have a foundation, a school, before they get into university, and so you should be interested in that one as well. What do you think about, first and foremost, the way that is panning out?
Well, in my own opinion, scrapping post-utme actually is not a solution to the education problem we have in the economy. It's like curing eczema, leaving leprosy. Do you understand? Look at the world ranking of universities. No one Nigerian university is among the first 1,000, not even among the 1,500. So is this scrapping university, post-utme program that will increase their rating worldwide? Do you understand? Even in Africa. So the problem, scrapping post-utme and not scrapping post-utme, going about, okay, look at what the Minister of Education said. He said students should not be exploited. Okay, what about the fee that JAMB is charging? This exam they wrote this February, JAMB charged 7,000 naira for a form per candidate. And after that, if you want to buy change of course form again, you pay another 3,000 naira. That's 10,000. Nobody's talking about that. So I'm actually not saying scrapping post-utme, but if you want to scrap it, not now. Let students know before now. Because look at the main issue. The Minister of, Professor Jerinde, the Register of JAMB, said there are over 1,250,000 students that scored above 180. All higher institutions in Nigeria, there are 168 of them. All universities in Nigeria. The capacity they can take in a particular year is just 520,000. So if 120, you are saying, okay, come below 180, come to 180. If 180 students, 1.2 million students are competing for a position of 520,000, how do you select them without favorism? So the only way to select students into a university, as we speak, after writing JAMB, is post-utme. It's through this, because examination without, education without examination is entertainment. They want to enter because they said universities fought for the autonomy in 2013 or thereabout, and most of them have the autonomy. That is, a university through its Senate has autonomy of deciding whether a student should be admitted or not. So if they have autonomy, you're now saying, okay, don't conduct post-utme. So how do you want to select them?
Why do you think the quality of our education is dwindling?
Because of the policies. The policies we have in Nigeria, they are not education friendly. Okay, look at our universities, for instance. On the average, from a study that was done in 2010 or thereabout, they say on the average there are 4 projects in at least one university in Nigeria that have been abandoned. Do you understand? Look at our learning environments. Look at our lecturers. If you go to South Africa, for instance, let's even look UK, let's look US. Go to South Africa. On every paper you write as a lecturer, you have a fee, you have a substantial amount of money coming to you. So there is, because without research, we can't develop. Education is beyond just coming to a classroom and teach. And most of the things they teach us in the classroom, some of them are not. The curriculum needs to be readdressed, because what they teach, I'm sorry to say this, they are not relevant out there. You know, at times we say, because this thing has what they call ripple effects. You say, okay, graduates are out there, no job, no job, no job. But in economies, we have all forgotten that there are types of unemployment. Structural unemployment, frictional employment, residual unemployment, most of them are like that. So if government is saying, okay, I want to create jobs, what kind of job do you want to create? Do you want to create jobs for graduates that they don't have the skills for a particular job? Or what kind of job do you want to create?
The curriculum you mentioned,
yes,
will that apply to public institutions? Because private ones now seem to be changing something.
To public institutions majorly. Because look at Covenant University, for instance. I think it's #1 among all the private universities, over 50 of them in Nigeria. And it's rated, I think, #5 among all universities in Nigeria. Covenant University. So that's to tell you that their curriculum, because as a private entrepreneur, as a private owner of a university, your primary objective actually is to make profits. And making profits means giving quality. But for a public university, for instance, whether the quality is there or quality is not there, is government funded. So the names have been made already. But private, because the competition will make everybody better. Private universities want to strive, want to ensure that, okay, our names become, okay, we also rank priority, we're well rated among universities, either globally or locally. So the competition should be there. So if you're looking at private universities, for instance, how are they doing it? Covenant University started 2003 or 2004, and well, the name is almost everywhere. So what are they doing?
You know, it goes back to what Timberland has asked, because if you look at it, 180 on an average doesn't look like a pass mark.
Yes.
How did we get there?
The issue, you know, at times we always say in life that your velocity in life is determined by what is running after you or what you are running after. I want to do this when we were writing JAMB. JAMB was like, yeah, you have to buy JAMB, you have to pass JAMB. So the zeal was there to pass JAMB. But today, they say, okay, once you score 200, so that one alone limits your how should I put it down? The amount of energy you're going to exert into the exam. Now, the problem I have with this scrapping of Post-utme at this time, why I said it is ill-timed, is as at last year, they told students, score 200, you gain admission into a federal university, Unilag, UI, and the likes, or score 180, you gain admission into other universities or colleges of education. All of a sudden, some universities to speak right now have conducted their Post-utme. Kwara State University has done, Labison University has done, and some others. We are not saying, okay, there is a new policy, you can't gain admission again. Because indirectly, you are saying you are scrapping Post-utme. That means you are giving university autonomy to maybe draw a no-give curve, select the top best students. For instance, in Unilag, the maximum capacity they have in a year is actually around 8,000. They cannot admit more than 8,000 students in a year. And this year, before the exam, we have over 60,000 students that choose Unilag as either first choice or second choice. Now, after the JAMB came, some that did not score 200 went to another university. Some that scored 200 in another university chose Unilag and chose federal university because I scored 200. Now, let me choose Unilag, or let me choose, so that I will go and compete with Post-utme. Do you even know that many students even put more energy on Post-utme than even JAMB itself? Because they know that, oh, this is the only thing that will take you into the university. So now you're now saying that hope that you have, okay, with 200 I can enter university, now be removed. But if you had told me since last year that, okay, there is no Post-utme, I'll put all my energy on the JAMB. Because if each school now comes out, okay, to study medicine, for instance, in Unilag, you must score 290.
I thought you always teach them not to put all their eggs in one basket.
We understand, but, you know, we're talking about hope here. I know that, okay, all I need to score in JAMB is just 200. Some even need to just score that 200. So there is...
So I asked the question, how is it that the quality seemed to have dropped, where we're now looking at 180 for a pass mark? How did that happen?
One of the problems we have is the hope, is the standard keeps coming down every day. And one of the things that makes the standard to keep coming down is the curriculum. The environment, our thinking has changed, but the curriculum refused to change. We're already in the fourth industrial revolution, and we are still teaching, for instance, at our MBA level, we are still teaching media mode. At MBA level, yeah, in our federal universities. When at this level, you should be telling us the application of statistics. If I thought you want an MBA student to be exposed to statistics, we have a lot of softwares that you can even use. We have SPSS, we have so many softwares you can use. Okay, this is how to calculate even the so-called accounting.
And they're using all the software in universities?
Some of them don't use them. That's what I'm saying.
But even non-business courses
they teach them as theories, not as hands-on. That's the problem. And that keeps making the education standard to be falling.